Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about something really interesting, lucky numbers, but with a new perspective. Can numbers have a deeper meaning connected to wisdom and mindfulness? And could they even bring us good fortune? Let's think about it. Numbers show up everywhere in life, from birthdays to important dates, and even on lottery tickets. But what if the numbers we choose could be inspired by something more meaningful? Instead of just random choices, how about numbers tied to teachings that remind us of balance, kindness, and awareness? In this video, we'll talk about how luck is seen through a thoughtful perspective, inspired by teachings that focus on being mindful and living with purpose. We'll also share 5 numbers with special meaning connected to these ideas. But this isn't just about winning or being lucky. It's about looking at things in a new way, adding meaning to what we do, and feeling connected to something bigger. Maybe these ideas could even bring some inspiration to your life. So stay with us, and let's think about how these numbers can add value, not just to a ticket, but to the way we see the world. In Buddhism, the idea of luck connects to 2 key concepts: karma and merit. These ideas help us understand how our actions and intentions can shape our lives in meaningful ways. Karma is often described as the result of what we do and think. When we act with kindness, honesty, or generosity, we plant the seeds for positive experiences in the future. On the other hand, harmful actions can create challenges later on. Karma reminds us that our choices matter and that every action has an impact. Merit is closely related to karma. It's like the positive energy we build up through good deeds. Acts of generosity, helping others, and practicing mindfulness all create merit. This merit doesn't just help us, it also contributes to creating positive conditions for others. It's not about gaining rewards, but about living in a way that feels aligned with values like compassion and kindness. Mindfulness is another important idea. When we're mindful, we pay attention to what we're doing and why. This helps us make choices that match our highest values. Instead of acting on impulse, we take time to reflect. For example, when making a decision, mindfulness can guide us to ask, "Am I doing this with good intentions?" Now, you might wonder, how does all this connect to lucky numbers? Numbers can have meaning in Buddhist teachings. For instance, the number 8 is often seen as lucky in many cultures, and it can remind us of the noble Eightfold Path, a guide for living with wisdom, kindness, and mindfulness. Similarly, the number 3 could remind us of the 3 jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, teachings, and the Sangha, community. And yes, there's room for a little humor here. You might ask, is buying a lottery ticket good karma? Well, it depends. If it's done with a light heart, no expectations, and maybe even the thought of sharing the winnings to help others, it might be an enjoyable and harmless choice. But if it's done with stress or greed, it's worth pausing and thinking about the intention behind it. Numbers can be a fun and meaningful way to connect with these ideas. Whether it's through symbols, teachings, or reminders of important values, they can add something special to how we approach life. Now, let's talk about 5 numbers inspired by Buddhist symbolism. These numbers hold meaning within Buddhist teachings and could bring a sense of purpose and positivity to your choices. The first number is 3. In Buddhism, 3 represents the 3 jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. These are the core of Buddhist practice. The Buddha inspires us to grow and learn. The Dharma represents the teachings that guide us. And the Sangha is the community that supports us. Together, they create a sense of spiritual harmony. Next is the number 8. This number is linked to the noble Eightfold Path, which offers guidance for living a balanced and meaningful life. The path includes right understanding, right intention, and other steps that help us act with kindness and clarity. The number 8 reminds us to keep these principles in mind as we move through life. The third number is 7. While it's often seen as a sacred number in many cultures in Buddhism, it's connected to spiritual awakening and enlightenment. For example, the Buddha is said to have taken 7 steps after birth, symbolizing the beginning of a journey toward wisdom. The number 7 can inspire us to seek understanding and inner peace. Then there's the number 5. This number represents the 5 precepts, which are principles for ethical living. They include avoiding harm, speaking truthfully, and acting with mindfulness. These precepts guide us to live in a way that respects both ourselves and others. The number 5 can remind us of these values and how they shape our lives. Finally, we have the number 9. In Buddhism, 9 is often associated with completeness and the attainment of wisdom. It symbolizes reaching a state of fulfillment and is considered an auspicious number in many traditions. The number 9 encourages us to reflect on what it means to live with purpose and understanding. These numbers are more than just symbols. They carry ideas that can bring meaning to our lives. When we choose them, whether for practical use or as reminders, we connect with the deeper values they represent. So, how can you use these numbers in a mindful and meaningful way? It's not just about picking numbers, but about approaching the process with awareness and intention. Here are a few steps to keep in mind. First, set an intention. Take a moment to think about why you're playing the lottery or engaging in any activity involving these numbers. Is it to have some fun, to dream about possibilities, or maybe to support a cause? Whatever your reason, make sure your intention is positive and uplifting. This step helps you connect your actions to something meaningful. Next, practice gratitude. Before you even start, take a moment to appreciate what you already have in your life. Gratitude opens the door to abundance. It helps you feel content and recognize the blessings you already enjoy. A grateful heart brings peace and positivity, no matter the outcome. It's also important to detach from outcomes. Winning can be exciting, but it's not the only thing that matters. True wealth is about inner peace, contentment, and the joy you find in everyday life. Letting go of expectations can make the process more enjoyable and reduce stress. Remember, the experience is as valuable as the result. If you do win, consider sharing your good fortune. Generosity is a key part of creating positive karma. Whether it's helping others, supporting a cause, or simply spreading kindness, sharing can bring lasting happiness. It's a way to multiply the joy and make a meaningful impact. And if you don't win, well, at least you've learned something new and meaningful about Buddhist numbers. Plus, you've approached the whole experience with mindfulness, which is a win in itself. Whether these numbers bring you material wealth or not, remember that true luck is about living with wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. The lottery might offer the hope of riches, but the real jackpot is finding inner peace and joy in the present moment. Every action you take, no matter how small, has the power to plant seeds of good karma. Whether you're playing for fun, dreaming about possibilities, or simply enjoying the moment, let your heart stay open and your intentions kind. If this mix of Buddhist wisdom and a little lottery fun brought a smile to your face, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who could use a bit of extra luck today. And we'd love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, what's your favorite lucky number, and what does it mean to you? Let's create a conversation filled with positivity and meaning. Thank you for watching, and may your day be filled with peace, mindfulness, and a little extra good fortune.